Oh,
Hey there, and welcome back. This is round 2 with our green Big Mana deck. We would like to play first.
a little bit.
I don't think this hand's a keep. We have one land and nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that is a big no-no.
This hand is much better. So we're not going to play our tap land turn 1, because if we hit a land turn 2, we have a turn 2 Basalt Monolith.
Yeah.
We are going to top that forest. Be slightly sad, because we'd rather it not be a forest. We'd rather it be a plains. And then next turn we're gonna play a forest out and Basalt Monolith. And we'll have 6 mana for turn 3.
Not bad.
Yeah. So we'll have 7. On turn 4 we'll have 7 or 8. 7 because we're playing our Showing Wildwood. So it'll be 7 that way. If we draw a land next turn or the following, it'll be 8 mana, because we're going to be able to play a land on the next turn also.
Yeah.
So what we're really hoping for is something to do with 6 mana and then a land. Like, those are the next 2 draws we would want.
Yes.
That's very sad. Alright.
That sucks a lot.
Yep. We lost our land and our Ugin. Green Sun Zenith is something we can do for 6 mana. Do we have anything worth going for 5? Any green? Creatures?
I don't remember offhand.
I don't either.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah. So I think we're just going to go for 2. Or 1, for that matter, and get Avacyn's Pilgrim. And just get us an extra mana source. What? No, the only green 2-drop we have is the Kasali Pride Mage, and we don't want him right now.
No, we do not.
And we're going to attack with our Noble Hierarch. I'm pretty sure if we'd gotten to pick off of him to Tarak, which we don't, obviously, that we would have lost the land and the Terastodon. Alright, he Mesmeric Fiended us, which takes away the last card we had in hand. Until we kill Mesmeric Fiend. This is a fun game of Magic.
I was unaware we were playing Magic.
Alright, we're going to swing in with the Avacyn's Pilgrim. Because Exalted will mean that he's going to be slightly bigger. And then we pass because he's taken 4 cards out of our hand. And we started on a mulligan.
Yeah.
If we draw Tooth and Nail, we can play it. We have 7.
Yes.
Which means we can play Ulamog once we get a Tooth and Nail. Which is pretty okay.
Just a little bit.
Alternatively, we can play Ulamog if we draw something like... Genesis Wave. That's interesting. We'd be able to wait for 4. Which probably isn't good enough, but I think we have to, and hope that we hit like 4 lands. I'm going for it. This isn't a coward stream.
No, this is an idiot stream.
Hey!
And that's why I'm on it.
We got there. We got a Plains, a Fetch Land, and a Fiend Hunter. Which means we can get rid of his Mesmeric Fiend and get back our Terrastodon into hand.
Not bad.
And then we can use the Windswept Teeth to go get the Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
Considering that was a Genesis Wave for 4, which is usually not the number you want to do it for, basically, with our deck, if you do it for anything less than probably 6, it's not worthwhile. That ended up being a pretty decent Genesis Wave.
Yeah.
2 lands, a creature, and drawing a card for, 5 mana. Alright, so he's making it discard a card.
Oh, what a surprise.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basalt Monolith stays tapped. So, I think we discard the Ulamog. Because we theoretically could play Terrastodon. What do you think?
Yeah. Because if we can't play it, there's no point.
And he's going to make us do that next turn also, and then we're going to... he's going to make us discard again next turn, so...
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no point in... Yep. We got there, boys. Gaia's Cradle off the top.
Top deck hero, no cards in his hand.
So, on the Terrastodon, what do we take out? I kind of just like leaving him with everything. Maybe killing his Lumbering Falls, so they didn't have a manland.
Yeah.
Then again, him having a manland is much preferable to him having just a 3/3 always, right?
You okay there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Your screen blacked out. I'm like, did he die? Did he fall on the keyboard? What's the option here?
So I think we just Oh, you know what we do? We
Terrastodon or Elvish Mystic?
Well, you can't Terrastodon creatures.
Oh, you're right.
So we're going to Terrastodon our Basalt Monolith in one of our forests.
And what's our third hit?
You don't have to do 3, so we're just not going to do 3.
Weird. I thought it was a must.
It's up to. So, because we have Gaia's Cradle, so each creature we have counts as a mana source now.
Okay.
And then we don't have to pay to untap the Basalt Monolith, and we're fine on one land, like one forest.
Okay, yeah.
I think that was right. I haven't convinced myself that it was the right play to eat our own stuff entirely.
That is always the eternal question, isn't it? What is the play?
What's the play? Alright. So, he's just low-key gonna damnation us? No, Calidus. Yeah? Alright, so if we attack with Terrastodon, that's a 10-10, because Noble Hierarch. So even if he blocks with everything, our Terrastodon wins. So that's happening. And then I think we just play the Soldier of the Pantheon. Oh, he's just taking 10. That is a brave move, friend.
Yeah.
Puts him at 6. I mean, he does have the Calidus in play, so he has lifelink online, but yeah. And then he used the Scavenging Ooze to eat our Nissa, which was one of the cards that that was the last card off of Genesis Wave that we didn't get because she cost 5.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so he played a land. And passed. And then he's going to use his short thing to make us discard. Yep. We lose a land, which is kind of fine. So if we swing all in, he has to block Terastodon.
Yeah.
So let's say he blocks one of the elephants with Calidus. That puts him to 9. His Scavenging Ooze dies, and then he takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, so he goes down to 2. And we trade an elephant for that.
That's not bad.
I'm super okay with that. I don't think we send in our... Yes, we do. Because even if he blocks Fiend Hunter and gets back his Mesmeric Fiend, we don't have cards in hand, so she doesn't actually do anything. Plus, I think he has to block the 2 elephants to not lose the game. Or the elephant that's Terastodon. Like, I don't think he can block anything else.
What if he wants to lose the game? What if that's a secret strategy?
It's not a very good strategy.
Because we don't understand it. Maybe that's part of the plan.
Alright. I think he goes to 1. Before Scavenging Ooze dies, he ate our Ugin out of the graveyard. And our Genesis Wave. So he's just getting rid of the rest of our stuff. And he went to 1 health. He's left with a Calidus in play and a zombie. So unless he top decks like a champ, I think we got this one.
Well, he might top deck like a champ. You never know.
He could. Because... So what he could do next turn, he could block Terastodon with the zombie, and block Calidus to an elephant, eat the Calidus, or use the Calidus to eat the zombie. Terastodon does no damage, he gains 5 and takes 3, 4, 5 damage. Or we Green Sun Zenith for a lot.
Gotta keep our options open.
Well, let's do this first and see what we get out of it.
Okay.
We're able to go up to 10, so we can get up to Ulamog. Did we... Oh, he already ate our Ulamog. Oh, that's bad.
We done screwed up.
We did screw up. So I think we get the Casali Pride Mage. I forgot he exiled our Ulamog, okay? That is...
Sure.
Alright, so we have that. So now that we have... That still just has to be the right play. Because it requires him to lose the zombie and block the elephant with the Calidus. And he doesn't get a token out of that because Calidus only works with non-token creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's animating his Lumbering Falls, which is also fine.
I mean, there's not an awful lot we can do about it, so it is what it is.
SOCKS.
Something like that.
Shit.
I was wondering when you'd notice.
Alright, Chris, you can see the screen, right? Narrate what's going on while I fix this.
Okay, he's swinging in with his... Or wait. Yeah, he's swinging in with the zombie, the falls, and the Kalitas. He ate the thing. Got a big old Kalitas. Or Kalitas if you're a hippie. And then all of his stuff is nice and untapped. Or he was blocking it in theory. But it sounds cooler if he's swinging in.
We really need a kill spell.
Mm-hmm. That's generally something that's good.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I try to be.
But So we could, if we swing all in again, just everyone, he has to block, he'll block the Terastodon with the Brain Maggot. He'll eat something, get a token out of eating the thing, and take like 3 damage, and that's just bad.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter how long you look at my hand, friend. I don't. Oh. Okay. Cool.
What?
Well, the game got paused because on Brain Maggot trigger, my hand's revealed, which is nothing. He has to take a card from it, which he can't because there's nothing. So I think there's probably just a cancel button. And if not, Brain Maggot's accidentally broken. But then he disconnected.
Good.
So we might just be waiting for a few minutes. I'm going to pause.
Okay.
Can I just pause recordings? I forget.
I have no idea.
Nope.
Okay.
Right.
I guess we'll just have to entertain you guys.
So what would be our best draw if we're trying to entertain? We have 8 mana. Or we have 10. Right? 1,
10
2,
mana, we
3.
can probably cast a lot of things.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's swinging with his Kalitas.
Okay.
We take it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Unless he's got the mother of all tricks in hand.
I mean, we're not doing great, honestly.
No.
So...
But were we expecting to?
A little. So I don't think we... I think we attack with, like, just Fiend Hunter? Because we are going to have 2 Exalted... We need to get rid of... We can't attack with Terastodon because we need it to block.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way we're not losing to Kalitas next turn. Because we also are going to take 2 damage for free off of this stupid flip creature from Kamigawa that's like cards in hand. So that it makes them discard for 2 and a black, and then when it flips, it's like at the beginning of their upkeep, they lose life equal to the number of cards in their hand that is less than 3. It's something like less than 4. I don't know.
Okay.
Like 8 rack.
Yeah.
The rack, except it's a creature. But either way, we need Terastodon to be able to block Kalitas, because it's problematic if we don't have that. Alright, so we drew a Bramaz, so I guess we just play it because we have no real reason not to. No, we have a very good reason not to. Because he has an 8-rack in play, for all intents and purposes. So we're going to take 1 damage next turn. If he, like, Mind Rots us and makes us discard our whole hand, which is entirely possible, we die. Because we have no cards in hand and we'll take 3 at upkeep. If he doesn't, we'll draw our 3rd card after taking 1 damage, be at 2 with 3 cards in hand. And then I think we just keep letting ourselves draw. Phyrexian Revoker. Okay. What is he naming? Oh, he named Kasali Pridemage, so that we can't use its ability. And now he's going to Mind Rot us for 4 and get rid of the rest of our hand, and then we lose. Necropotence. Alright, alright. I like the way this guy rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Necro yourself for however many you want to, friend. Looks like he's going with 4.
Adam, are you okay over there?
No, I am not.
Trying to drive over there.
Probably. It'd be fun to record in person. When are you free to? Alright, so he's going to draw 5 cards. Yeah. And then we're going to take 1. So we drew a Rex Sage.
That's a card. It's not the strongest here. I mean, it kills his Necro.
Yeah, I think what we would actually do with it is kill his Revoker. So then it...
You're right, Revoker's an artifact.
So then it unlocks our Pridemage again. But either way, I think we're holding it for a turn. Because we can't go down to 2 cards in hand. Because then we'll probably just lose. But again, I'm sure he has more discard effects, so he'll probably just be able to make us discard a card and then we lose anyway.
Seems reasonable.
If he can make us discard 2 cards, we lose. I think he's Mind Rotting us. That's what this looks like. Rakdos' return. Oh, deal X damage to each opponent, then they discard 2 cards. So we just go to 0. Alright.
That was anticlimactic.
A little bit. I still don't think we have anything we change. I think we just run it back. Alright. So we definitely made some misplays that game, but I'm not sure it would have changed the outcome. Like, I think... for the most part, we played the best we could with what we had.
Yeah, that's a reasonable assessment.
Because, Mulligan and then a him taking us down to 3 cards in hand on turn 2. Like, that's difficult. Or no, the him was on turn 3, but it took us down to 1 card in hand, which got rid of both of our major win cons. Because, like, imagine if we'd gotten Ugin down that game. We had 8 mana on turn 4. And turn 4 Ugin is...
pretty okay.
I've heard it's okay. Because, like, the only reason he won is he had Kalitas. And we could have just straight exiled it. And then the next... So if we had Ugin, then the next turn we still would have drawn Ulamog. He would have made us discard. We would have discarded Ulamog, and we would have played Ugin. Yeah. And then that game's 100% different from that point on.
Well, yeah.
Him is fun. Alright, yes, we would like to play first. I think this hand's keepable.
I've seen worse hands.
I mean, it's essentially the same start we had last game. And that worked really well for us, right?
Sure.
Alright, he mulliganed to 6. And it's apparently a tough decision because he's waiting. He did keep the 6. Alright, so we're gonna... I think we just go ahead and shock ourselves out the Temple Garden. No, there's no reason to.
Yeah, say, what?
Because we can play Basalt Monolith off the Mutavault next turn anyway. Mental misstep.
Wow.
I will admit, I was not prepared for that one.
Same.
For those of you who don't play Vintage, Mental Misstep costs 1 Phyrexian mana, so you can pay 2 life for it, and its counter-target spell with converted mana costs 1.
In my world, it's counter-target Soul Ring.
About 9 times out of 10, it counters a Soul Ring. Or, there's a couple other, like the really good cantrips, like Brainstorm and Ponder and stuff. So, do we Mutavault and then Zenith for our Noble Hierarch? I think we do.
That's acceptable. Because Zenith goes back in our hand. So.
Library, not hand.
Library, sorry. It's been a long period of time for me.
Alright. And then next turn we can Gaia's Cradle and Basalt Monolith?
That is an option.
Or, no, next turn we would Temple Garden, because we have 3 mana for the Basalt Monolith anyway. Turn... Hey, we got there! So we're playing an untapped Temple Garden. We're playing a Basalt Monolith.
Yep.
And we're Swords of Plowsharing as Kalitas.
Yep.
And pass. And then next turn, we have 2 decent options. Assuming he doesn't like him us or something.
Yeah.
Which he didn't. So, Gaia's Cradle. What I kind of really want to do is Terracidon our own Mutavault and Basalt Monolith. And then we have really big scaries.
That's an option. I don't know how creative an option it is, but it's an option.
Well, I really don't want to pay 3 mana repeatedly to untap the Basalt Monolith. Especially since, like before, the Gaia's Cradle counts. I could also see I think the play is our Basalt Monolith, our Mutavault, and his Botanical Sanctum. Or his Swamp. Take him off black mana.
I mean, we could also take him off blue and green.
He was very base black, though. Like, think of the cards you played last game. Necropotence,
That's true.
Hindatorak, Kalitas, the stupid Brain Maggot. He's very basement black, like, as far as I can tell. So I think those two are a definite. I think we do kill one of his lands. The question is which one. I like Swamp.
I can live with Swamp because I think he was mostly black, like you said.
I swear.
Yes.
Terastodon destructions are the hardest things you ever have to pick. And then we play Ugin.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
And, like, that seems pretty okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we bolt. He conceded. So we would have bolted his elephant off of Ugin's plus. Swung in with all three. He would have blocked Terastodon and taken 6. And then next turn, probably screw up whatever he did because he was stuck on. He had one land. So most likely Ugin would have been able to kill it too, and then swung for 12 and won the game.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you wondering, that's what our deck is supposed to do. Play Terastodon on turn 4, followed by an Ugin.
Play big scaries early until the opponent concedes. That's my objective.
That's the quick way to say it as well. Alrighty. So I don't think our opponent will say the same, but that was a fun game.
Well, we paid him back for game 1.
Yeah, most definitely. This is a hard mulligan. We have no lands.
But what if we draw a white source, and then we can play Soldier of Knight of Learning thing, Student of Warfare, that's it. Knight of Learning, yes.
Knight of Learning, there you go. This hand's much better. It's still not good, but it's much better than it was.
We can Marsh Flats a Tundra, and then do something else later.
Hope to hit Show and Tell, I think is what we would want to do. Show and Tell is in our deck, right?
I'm pretty sure it's in our deck.
Alright, let's look at sideboard and see if it's there, because I know we picked it. Alright, it is not in our sideboard, which means it has to be in our deck. Because we have never seen it.
Yeah.
But we could turn 3 Show and Tell Emrakul into play, and, like, that's kind of good. Or
Not
so I've been
bad.
told. He played the black-red storage land.
Hmm.
Brain Maggot. What's he taking? He is spoilt for choice here. Basalt Monolith, Ulamog, Emrakul, Primal Command. Any of those are decent choices.
We've got options.
I think the pick is Basalt Monolith, just to keep us off as much mana as he can. But I wouldn't fault him for picking anything else. Like, all of it's reasonable. I think the only one I could make a very strong argument against is Primal Command. He ended up taking a Basalt Monolith, so. But I don't think Primal Commands would be correct because we don't have double green right now.
Yeah.
Alright, so we drew a Student of Warfare, so we'll play a Student of Warfare. And plus him. Even though the first one does nothing. But if we could hit, like, Show and Tell this turn, then when we would play Emrakul, obviously, and wipe his board, because the next turn we'd swing with Emrakul and Annihilate 6.
That's pretty solid.
If only we had Lightning Greaves. Give Emrakul haste.
If only.
She doesn't really need the Lightning Greaves goes Shroud, right? Not Hexproof.
Yes, if it's the equipped 0/1 it's Shroud.
Yeah. So it's not like Emrakul particularly needs Shroud, but nonetheless, she would have it.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I'm sure she's okay with it. Alright, what's he doing? Is he hemming us? Because that'd be funny. By funny, I mean, like, kind of depressing. He morphs something. What even morphs in this cube?
I don't know, but if it was on Scryfall, I could check.
Alright, we're just plussing Student of Warfare a bunch. He'll get us there eventually, right?
In theory.
Does that side I show you not allow you to search keywords, or does it only search by card title?
It only searches by... I mean, I can sort by card title, color, CMC, and type.
Maelstrom Pulse. Was not expecting that, I'll be honest.
Seems to be the habit here.
Yep. And then he can use his Scavenger Ooze to eat our Student of Warfare. Mirari's Wake, which currently does nothing because we don't have the mana to cast it because he killed our Student of Warfare.
That's sad.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So next turn we're taking 5. I don't know how we get out of this.
Just a suggestion, but I don't know. I can't really suggest Honorable Harakiri because that's not really a green-white thing, but...
Well, the honorable part would be. Oh, Den Protector. I knew that. Rex Sage would not save us. Because we can use it to kill his Brain Maggot, but then on next turn he can use Scavenger Ooze to eat our creature and then kill us. Well, I think we have to, and he has to see the line. Like, we have to try. We can't just not go for it.
Always play to your routes, kids.
If you hadn't Maelstrom Pulsed our Student of Warfare, we would have been able to just slam Ulamog the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then we never didn't have it. He played well. Like, I'm not faulting him at all. Alright, so he's going to swing in, yep. We're going to block there, because we literally have to or we die. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, we can't even block Den Protector, because creatures with power less than it can't block it. I forgot that.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
So he's going to hit us for 3 and win. Alright. We are 0-2, and we'll see you guys for round 3.